Here's something you probably didn't learn in school. These are the rules for pronouncing ed at the end of words. Hint, it's never pronounced ed at the end of the words. Okay, so first we're gonna go over voice versus no voice because that's crucial in how you pronounce the ed at the end of words. So you can have two letters or you're doing the same thing with your mouth. One has a voice and one doesn't have the voice. B. P. Doing the same thing with your mouth. This one, using your voice. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by that is put your hand on your throat and go B, and then P. You'll see that one's like a whisper. This one, you feel that vibration there. And then try it with these. K, whisper, G, you can feel it. Voice, no voice. D, T. No voice, voice. F, V, F, V. See, you're doing the same thing with your lips and your mouth, but one has voice and one doesn't. S, Z, S, Z. And don't forget this one. Pay attention, you're gonna see that you're doing the exact same thing with your mouth. J, ch, j, ch. Voice, no voice. So the ed at the end, it's pronounced 3 different ways. This is one of them. Now the trick is, and when you say this word combed, now the B is silent, so you gotta ignore it. All that we care about is the last sound, comb, that's M. You're using your voice, comb. So you use a D, because on the D, you're using your voice. Combed, right? Not the T, you're not saying combed. You're not saying that. Vowel voice, vowed. See? So all these ones, you're using your voice as the last sound, and then you add a D, which has voice. The other sound is T, so you no voice on that one. T, no voice, okay? So if at the end of the word, there's no voice, then there's also no voice on the ed, which in this case is just T, fish, T, kiss, T, laugh, T, help. See that? So the last sound for ed is id, not ed. Any dictionary will tell you that the sound is id, short I, d. Okay? So it's listed, faded, wanted, landed, crowded, texted. Okay, the reason that it's that way, where you actually pronounce that syllable, for instance, when you say fish, you can go right into that T sound, fish, just goes right in. You don't need a vowel there. You don't even have to pronounce the vowel. You just go right into it, fished or combed. But here it's really hard to do. You go listed. You really need to put that vowel in there to separate these, which you're doing the same motion with your tongue. So in order to make that sound again, you kind of need a vowel there. List, listed. See, I can't do it. Can you? Because I can't. Faded. You can't do 2 D's sounds in a row without having a vowel in between. So when you're pronouncing past a fish, you just say fished. It's not fished. You don't have to say it like that. It's a lot easier to just go fished. But it isn't, you can't do it that way. You have to add that extra syllable. So that's 3 different ways. You have t, d, id. And if you know these simple little rules, you don't have to wonder anymore when you see a word. You just know what to do. Comment whether or not you learned this in school. Follow for more teaching tips.